Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Look at Noitu Love 2 Devolution. I'm doing my best on here. Obviously I am not Japanese and that looks like some kind of like English or anglicization of a Japanese word. But anyway, this is the new game from the developer known as Konjac. And those of you who are like really into the indie scene might remember Konjac as the guy who last year came out with that prototype for the game called the Iconoclast and was like, guys, here's what I have of this game so far, and it's pretty awesome, but I don't have the drive to finish it. And then the internet was like, oh, come on, man, pick yourself up. This game's pretty awesome. You should definitely make it. I don't know if he did a donation drive or anything. But anyway, that's all backstory. This is a side-scrolling shooter like a Contra or a Metal Slug, or I think the game that it resembles the most is possibly like a Gunstar Heroes from Sega Genesis. All developed by one guy, a German guy, I believe, by the name of Joachim Sandberg. And we're just gonna get into it here, because this game is pretty fucking crazy. Now, I'm gonna warn you as soon as we get started here that I'm gonna have difficulty talking and playing the game at the same time, because there's a lot of shit going on at the same time. But I'll do my best to explain it. We'll continue our game here. I should be on the 3rd level. Yes, excellent. So aesthetically, this game is very similar to a Gunstar Heroes or a Metal Slug, as you can see right here. But it also has elements of Contra as well. So I'm playing as this girl right here. Her name is Choda. Choda sounds kind of dirty. It's Xoda. And we are on a quest to find the cyborg that you just saw a little bit earlier. And she's attacking those Darns, which are the robots. Now, the way this game works is we use W, A, S, and D to move, and then we use our mouse to kind of click and do attacks. So if I just like click on these guys as they're going around, I can do random attacks to them, but I can also do special moves, either by using the right mouse button or by double tapping a direction on the keyboard. So like if I double tap up, I get that. If I double tap left, I get that. If I double tap right, I get that. You can also throw, guys. I did one right there, but you might not have seen it very well. Come on, let's get a good throw. There we go. And you can also, like, shoot projectiles at them, which you'll see right there. So again, I warn you, shit might seem a little bit crazy, but it's actually very fluid when you're actually playing it yourself. So we are, gonna try not to get hit by that, swinging guillotine. Swinging axe, I suppose, and then we'll move onwards here. Every level I've played so far has essentially been, you know, standard old-school style fun, where you start at the start of the level, beat up enough enemies to get to the end of the level where you fight a big-ass boss who has some kind of weak point that you have to exploit for massive damage. There we get under there. And it's cool that every level has kind of a unique aesthetic theme. It kind of reminds me of playing, like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 Turtles in Time, in that every level has, like, a different, I'm not going to say time period necessarily, but a different, graphical style. Like the first level was kind of like modern, what an American might think modern Japan looks like. Whereas the second level was like Victorian England. It was kind of like Castlevania, and now this level is obviously like feudal Japan. So we'll move onwards here. I gotta say, this is the first time I've actually played through this level myself, so you know, apologies if I actually die multiple times. Now this is a control scheme that if you'd asked me, like, intellectually if I thought it would work, I would probably think against it. I always find that these, like, Contra, Metal Slug, Gunstar Heroes type games work better with a controller, but I actually have to say that this controls fairly well with the mouse and keyboard. I do think that maybe it would be a little bit better if there was at least GameCAD support for it, which there isn't, at least as far as I know. The options on this game are pretty scant. But, like, you're gonna be fine using the PC and mouse as well. And you'll probably notice, of course, that the music is absolutely fucking fantastic, as you would probably expect it to be in a game like this. Now, there's one thing I haven't mentioned yet, one basic gameplay mechanic that's pretty important, and that's we can actually also summon a shield. So if we summon that, that will block some attacks that would otherwise hit us. And you can see also my health in the top right there, getting kind of low. So I'm hoping that we don't run into too many more problems, although if I keep jumping into these axes, our time on this world is probably limited. So we'll murder this guy and then move over to the right here. The other thing I wanted to mention is that if I am being a little bit misinformed with respect to this game, I apologize. As far as I know, this is not a new game. I believe it just came out on Steam. But the like credits for the game are basically like, hey, this was made between 2007 and 2008. So, you know, a lot of people watching this may actually be familiar with the game, but it was recently distributed on Steam at least. And when I beat this guy, I should get some full health, which is good, because I only have one piece of health remaining. One piece of health? There's our full health right there. Oh, not full health. Just, like, half health. And of course, for, like, our 3rd video in a row, we now have jellyfish. My most hated creature on Earth. It's okay. Pixelated jellyfish are not so bad. The ones from Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet were way more uncomfortable for me to deal with. Let's pick up this health over here. Now, of course, this is Noitu Love 2. I have to admit that I am 100% unfamiliar with Noitu Love 1, so I can't tell you if this contains all of the hard-hitting story beats of the original. As I understand it, the original was actually a simulator where... I don't even know where I was going with that. I was going to come up with like a grocery bag simulator or something. It was going to be a funny joke. People would have laughed and remarked on it in the comments, but instead I'm just going to, you know, pull the curtain back so you can see my thought process. Alright, so we've apparently discovered the Eater of Worlds here. Actually, this looks a lot like a boss from the from Mega Man X. Oh god. Don't hurt me, daddy. Just gonna basically mash our attack button on this guy, try not to get killed. Throw some projectiles at his butt. I think I killed him already. Oh, maybe not killed him, he'll just go away. And again, we'll go through a little bit of a shifting landscape. So far, none of the levels have just been like, scroll left to right. It's always been like some kind of cool little transitions that happen halfway through to take you onto a new art style. But really, I'm impressed with this game by and large. I didn't expect it to be anything special. I mean, when I got the review code for this, the game was 13 megabytes, which is like unprecedented. Like by comparison, this video itself will probably be like at least 100 megabytes. And I'm gonna die here. So you can see why I was pretty amazed. I shouldn't worry too much about the enemies. I should just go through here. Jump up! There is also a wall jump, but I haven't had to use that too often. Just get through this level. Find some energy. Please don't have a boss fight right away. This looks like a boss fight to me. That does not help me. Alright. Fighting Devolution here. I'm hoping this is like a Mega Man X style boss fight, where we're actually meant to die. Otherwise, I am probably screwed. Hey, don't shoot your missiles at me, Devolution. I got shit to do today. Anyway, this fight's going pretty well so far. Oh, I did take a hit there. Don't get out of there! And again, I would like to apologize if you don't understand what the fuck is going on, but, you know, that feeling is kind of to be expected. Alright, I did die there. Game over! Okay, we'll save and quit. Sure. Let's go back into here. And I guess I'll show off the first level, actually, because apparently I'm incapable of beating the third level. I wonder what's an extra. Special moves, health cap. Oh, I guess we could increase or decrease our health. Maybe just decrease to make the game a little bit harder for ourselves. We'll start a new game for ourselves, which is going to be hopefully a little bit more easy for me, and you'll actually be able to see through to the end of the level. And see what I mean by the fact that this game has, like, constantly shifting landscapes. It's not just that one special level I showed off. I'm gonna ignore the story for now. Basically, it's like, oh shit! Angry Squid Man hates our apartment building. So we're just gonna run as fast as we can, like Kanye West recommended. And momentarily, we will jump out of our apartment window. Not break our kneecaps, like in Fez. And then move forwards here. And this is kind of like a tutorial level, basically. But that's alright, because we'll get to show off some of the combat anyway. This also kind of reminds me of like a 2D Devil May Cry. And again, one more time, maybe one last time, I want to remark that the music is fucking awesome, and I hope you can hear it over the like monotone drone of my voice. Because it is really something special. So we'll just tear our way through these guys. So far, the one thing I will say that is kind of different from like an old school beat 'em up is that it appears like the focus is just on moving left to right. There's not as much focus on like killing every enemy and then the path to the right will open. It's more just like constantly keep moving. Get your combo up, get your combo up. Okay, now move on to the right, move on to the right. Ignore these guys. Go through here. Oh, do a little wall jump to avoid that. And again, hopefully some of you at least can understand what the fuck is happening on screen right now, because things are going pretty quickly. As for my combat style, I mean, it might not be that important. Wow, this is the largest combo I've ever had in my entire, Noitu Love to Devolution career. In terms of my combat style, it's basically just like mash, WASD, and move to the right as much as possible. Mash on the mouse button as well. So here we gotta watch out for these gunshots. We're just gonna go to the trees, which will actually block the shots for us, otherwise we will take damage, which I have no interest in doing. Now, I'm hoping to improve my ranking on this, because I only got a C last time, and I thought that was, you know, kind of uncalled for, considering I thought I did fairly well. This is a notable exception to what I said earlier, where we actually do have to kill all the enemies on this screen, I believe, before we can move on to the next one. Alright, so we got Speedboat Man. Here's a good example of when it's, you know, smart to use your shield. You can just toss your shield up in the air, wherever these things are coming down, and then you won't be risking as much getting hit by them. I think I did take damage there, though, which is unfortunate for me. So we'll just get under our shield. We'll be done here soon. I guess one of the trees uprooted that boat. Uprooted that boat? I'm not sure that's the proper diction there. But anyway, got a bunch of these bomb-type things. We're just gonna crouch and jump under and over them. I mean, we could stay and fight these guys and really build up like an awesome combo. But I will also take damage in doing that, which is not something that I'm interested in doing. So let's bust this open. Go, come through here. Oh god! Now here's kind of a cool puzzle. Not even really a puzzle, it's actually a prelude to a boss fight. So we can just use our mouse button to switch between these things on the ceiling very, very easily. This reminds me a lot of a boss in, you know, Contra 3. Contra 3 Alien Wars. Which is actually a noted influence on Konjac, if you follow his Twitter account. That was so stupid. I don't know how to dodge that one, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to keep hammering away at him here. I think I will get the kill. So as his helicopter's about to crash, we should get on these little hookshot platforms here and move onwards. Let's pick up that half health pickup. I don't need it anyway. Now, of course, as in your standard beat 'em up, you're going to run across different types of enemies. For example, these pink guys are basically just the grunts of the organizations, whereas the green guys, a little bit more powerful. They carry flamethrowers with them as well. I'm not sure if they take more hits to kill, but they do, you know, have the potential to do more damage to you. So let's move on from here as quickly as possible. Killing the green guys. Not sure if they give more points, but, you know, it's just nice to have them out of the equation so I don't have to worry about getting blasted like the alien from the Thing every time I turn around the corner. Alright, so now I do have to do a little bit of wall jumping here. Worth noting that this is actually the longest level, I believe, anyway, of the first 3 levels that I played, assuming that I was on the final boss of that 3rd level. Or at least maybe it just felt like the longest because it was like the first time I played the game and I was trying to get my, you know, my bearings. Alright, so now we're fighting this boat. Pretty standard stuff, really. It's gonna shoot a big light cannon at us and also try to run us over with its spikes. Every once in a while a hatch will open. We'll be able to attack this thing. Then we want to watch out because it shoots, again, a big solar flare at us. Use my shield to block these as much as I can. It'll try to ram me. Now I should have the opportunity to go to town on this thing. Now if I could actually dodge that. Oh, that actually went surprisingly well. Just block those. Try to ram me. Oh god, I didn't expect that. Alright, managed to get out of the way of that one for once. Let's put our shield up here, where it will hopefully block any projectiles. We got this guy down to about half health. Oh, I'm going to take some damage there, but I'm basically in the clear at this point. I just walked into the spikes. Move to the left, move back to the right. Be able to go to town. I'm not even going to worry about taking damage right here. I am just going to basically hit it as much as possible in the given amount of time. There we go. I actually threw the darn into that ship in order to kill it that time, which is pretty neat. So anyway, this is probably where I'm going to stop the video. This has been, again, I apologize if I'm butchering the pronunciation, Noitu Love 2 Devolution, now available on Steam. Might be an older game, I'm actually 100% unsure about that, but really cool, and if you're a fan of like Gunstar Heroes, Contra, Metal Slug, you know, I'm just conjuring names of old beat-em-ups that seem to be coming up with the same ones, but if you're a fan of those types of games, this game is a steal right now, on sale on Steam for $5. I guess it's $4 for its opening week sale. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.